If your Pitta energy is out of whack, there are lots of ways to bring it back to balance. And in this video, I will show you how to adjust your lifestyle and diet to do just that. Hey there, I'm Katie. I am a certified Chopra Ayurveda Health Instructor and a yoga instructor. And on this channel, I post videos all about creating overall health and wellness through lifestyle practices and yoga. So if that interests you, consider subscribing for new content on Tuesdays and ringing the bell to get notified when a new video posts. So today we are talking all about how to balance the Pitta dosha. But before we get going, and in case this is all completely new to you, I do have a whole video explaining what the doshas are. So I will link that here as well as below in the description. And then make sure you know what your dosha is. Now to find that out, you can take my dosha quiz. So that's going to tell you whether you're a Pitta, a Vata, a Kapha, maybe some blend of those three. And the link to that quiz is also below in the description for you. But let's get into this. Now, it's really important to note whether or not Pitta is your primary dosha. We all have at least some Pitta energy within us. So the tips that I'm going to share are actually helpful for everyone because it is likely that you will experience a Pitta imbalance at some point, regardless of your primary dosha, okay? Now, the Pitta dosha is all about transforming things. So Pitta energy helps us digest, and it helps transform and sort our food into our tissues and then into waste. So its qualities are hot, intense, oily, sharp, light, and moist. And these qualities are important to understand in order to fix a Pitta imbalance. So first, let's just look at some signs of a Pitta imbalance. If your Pitta is out of whack, any number of these issues may crop up, okay? You become aggressive and angry. Let's say you're blaming others for things. You're lashing out. You're really critical and judgmental of yourself and everyone else. Your patience seems to run really thin and you're just mean-spirited. And physically, maybe you're having eyesight issues or headaches or migraines. You're getting indigestion or heartburn or maybe inflammation or skin rashes. All signs of a Pitta imbalance. So what these symptoms mean is that you've got too much Pitta, too much fire, and it needs to be reduced. So a dosha imbalance means you have too much of its qualities, all right? Now to fix a Pitta imbalance, we want to bring in the opposite qualities. For Pitta, those are the qualities of cool, dry, dull, heavy, stillness, and a little stickiness even. Now I know that sounds kind of abstract, but there are actually very tangible ways to bring in more of these qualities. So we're going to break this out and look at lifestyle and then dietary recommendations. So starting with lifestyle. First, stay cool. Remember, Pitta is hot and fiery. So you want to bring in cooling to balance that out. So Pittas are always the ones that feel hot. You know, even in the coldest weather, they're wearing shorts in the dead of winter. So a balancing act for Pitta is to seek out climate-controlled environments. Get outside in the wintertime. Take a dip in the pool or the ocean. Just anything that will help keep you cool. Second, step back from doing it all. Pittas work so hard. They want to be in control. They want to make it all go their way. But it will be so impactful for you to offload work that others can help you with and get the most hands-on with the projects that matter the most to you. So it's a really balancing activity for Pitta to practice delegating and saying no. Okay? Now next, show yourself some kindness. Pittas are very critical in general, but especially of themselves. They're naturally sharp, intense, and competitive people. But that may lead you to burn yourself out or to beat yourself up just trying to be the best. And you, my friend, you are already pretty damn amazing. You already do amazing, wonderful things. And you're sure as hell doing your best. It's in your nature to always do your very best. So ease up on yourself, okay? A really great way to apply this advice is to start a journal or a gratitude practice. So every day, just write down a win that you've had or what you're grateful for. This is really, really balancing for Pitta. Okay, the next tip is to purposely carve out time to relax. So Pittas have a natural competitive side. Make sure you don't let that intensity become too much, and balance it out by scheduling time to do something that you simply like to do. So no winners or losers, no judgment, no scorekeeping. Just you and a hobby you love, or a quiet walk in nature, or daily meditation to give your mind a break from the constant organizing and planning and strategizing. This is incredibly powerful. Now, the last two lifestyle recommendations for Pitta have to do with exercise. First, what kind of exercise should you do? Now, I know you want to hit the hot yoga classes and the cardio that makes you sweat like crazy. But for Pitta, that is simply too much heat. It's too much heat. So think more moderate. Swimming, biking, anything with cooling wind in your face, brisk walking, light jogging, or really any winter sports that get you outside. Those are all great for Pitta. And then finally, when should you exercise? This is actually key because, again, Pitta naturally brings in the heat. So to balance that, you got to avoid working out between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. during the warmest time of the day. Both of these guidelines, the kind of exercise and when to do it, are meant to keep you from overheating, which is just a lot easier for Pitta to do. So those are some ways to balance out the qualities of Pitta through lifestyle practices. But now we're going to look at some food recommendations, okay? So Pitta's hot. It's sour, it's pungent, which means the best foods to balance it are sweet and cooling. So sweet fruits, vegetables, and dairy, those are all awesome. And actually, the best food for Pitta is a clarified butter called ghee, which has an amazing cooling quality. So you can find this at the grocery store. It's really great to use as a cooking oil as well as for sautéing. So now let's go over specific tastes. So there are some tastes that Pitta should favor and those that they should try to reduce. A really quick primer on this for you. There are 6 tastes in Ayurveda: sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Now the goal is to include all 6 tastes in every single meal for balance, but if you've got a Pitta imbalance, you're going to want to adjust how much of each of these tastes you eat to help remedy that. So for a Pitta imbalance, you should favor sweet, bitter, and astringent tastes in your diet, and then reduce sour, salty, and pungent. So let's walk through a couple of examples of this, starting with foods to favor for a Pitta imbalance. So again, that's sweet, bitter, and astringent. You'll find the sweet taste in things like bread, pasta, potatoes. You'll also find it in milk and meat and oils. Now, the bitter taste is found in green and yellow vegetables, green leafy vegetables, and then almonds and coffee and turmeric. And the astringent taste is found in things like beans and lentils, pomegranates, cranberries, tea, and dark greens, all right? So these are all great to help balance Pitta because they bring in cooling qualities to help calm your digestive fire, which reduces the chance of you getting heartburn or a stomach ache or any other kind of indigestion. Now let's look at the tastes to avoid. Again, those are sour, salty, and pungent. Now the sour taste is found in citrus fruit, but also in things like cheese and yogurt, pickles, vinegar, and tomatoes. The salty taste will come from table or sea salt, of course, but it's also in a lot of sauces and seafood. And the pungent taste is found in pretty much anything spicy. Now, Pitta does not need more heat. So if your Pitta is out of whack, you want to avoid the hot peppers, avoid just really any spicy dishes, and then also avoid things like mustard and ginger, or even basil. These all fall into the pungent category. So those 3 tastes, sour, salty, and pungent, they're all aggravating to Pitta. So you do not need to completely remove these foods from your diet, but reducing them will help you find balance. So to recap just one more time, for a Pitta imbalance, favor sweet, bitter, and astringent, reduce sour, salty, and pungent. And you should start to feel cooler and more grounded, okay? But there you have it. A bunch of ways to help you balance Pitta through lifestyle practices and your diet. Now, I have lots of other information for you to check out because we're just scratching the surface here. You can start by downloading my Wellness with Katie app, which I have linked below. It's full of on-demand wellness tips and tutorials grounded in Ayurveda, and also lots of free on-demand yoga classes. And then I would also invite you to check out my quarterly wellness journal. So this is an amazing tool for Pitta because not only is it a tool to help you organize your schedule, which I know you love to do, and then all your to-do lists and routines, it's also a goal-setting tool. And it has an entire section dedicated to mindfulness so that you can work on your gratitude and your journaling practices. These are really grounding practices for your dosha, and I use mine every single day. But friends, if you like this video, let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe, share it with someone who might find it useful, and then comment below too with what you found helpful about this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.